I am going to share, for those of y'all who don't know who Allie Carter is, I am going to share a couple of videos of her on TikTok. Give me 1 second. Favorites. Here we go. Now, in this video, she is talking about the underground tunnels in cities that exist. Now, I first learned about these tunnels during the pandemic on Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. Shout out to Rondell. On her Patreon, she did a video of it, and there were other people who were talking about these tunnels. Well, Allie Carter has come out and said that underneath the United States, that there is a network of underground tunnels and cities where children are trafficked under, and that the headquarters is under the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California, which makes sense. It's Los Angeles, California, and it's a border state. Furthermore, do y'all remember a few months ago when Elon Musk let Oprah into his underground tunnels, like that were connected to his business? And I was like, what the hell? These are like really advanced tunnels, which got me to thinking this is not impossible, because this tunnel system that Elon Musk had was very intricate. And we saw that on television. Okay, so I can only imagine what was built. Before I even pull up this video, do y'all remember Us with Jordan Peele? I always say that Hollywood prepares us to think that these things are fiction by like introducing it to us in the movies. And do y'all remember how like the tethered lived underground in the United States? And then all of a sudden, all this information started coming out about the tunnels. And I'm like, yeah, they always try to make us feel like they hide it in plain sight. They try to make us seem like this stuff is crazy. It's a matter of fiction. No, a lot of this stuff really is a matter of fact. So shout out to Allie Carter for being brave enough to come talk about this.
There's cities underground, there's warehouses underground, there's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels and they've built them for decades. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties. Underneath the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California. I was there for a cock party. We walked through the museum, through the garden area, and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper. You won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out. I think people assume that when you there's cities underground.
Okay, so Allie Carter is alleging that there are cities, that there are tunnels in the United States where these kids get trafficked. Here's another video.
My bones will never be the same.
Let me be clear. Allie Carter did these interviews before the feds ran down on P. Diddy, before we knew there was any type of investigation, and before Cassie Ventura came out and made her claims. These videos were on the internet.
My heart will never be the same. My soul will never be the same, but I'm still sitting here. So I'll still continue to try to do what I can do. To be a voice for my friends that are no longer here, and for the kids who don't have a voice right now, while everybody is too busy running towards the adults. Running to comfort grown-ass men that you know are wrong. And right now,
so this
not
was
that black.
this was her response to the Diddy verdict. She had went missing for a while, and people were like, "Where's Allie Carter? Are the feds going to bring her in to testify?" I knew that feds weren't going to bring Allie Carter in to testify because when Allie Carter was doing those interviews, she was not just implicating P. Diddy. She was saying the rich and the elite have these tunnels that connect to their houses where they traffic children through. I'm also going to pull up an interview, and I'm running short on time, but I hope I can get it up before I get off of here, of this prostitute that did an interview on Soft White Underbelly. If you don't watch his channel, you should. And I remember before the feds ran down on P. Diddy, this particular um, prostitute did an interview where she said that she went to a P. Diddy party and everybody thought she was lying. After the feds ran down on Diddy, Soft White Underbelly invited her back to the channel. And she was like, yeah, everybody thought I was lying, but I was telling the truth. And she says that she saw A minors at a party in the middle of the night. She said there were little people who were not supposed to be there. And it was like they were there like a fetish. I'm going to pull the video up. I did a whole show on this.
Black man. No, that can't be true. No, he can't be having satanic rituals. No, there's no way. Yeah, there is. And now you see. So now what you gonna do about it? Still, here we are. With everybody, I want evidence, I want evidence. You got it. Now what you gonna do?
Those parties involve children. The media is making it sound
They
like
don't just involve children. They involve animals.
Animals?
The adults who are swearing up and down, I left at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You shouldn't have been there in the first place.
You shouldn't have been there. And on top of that, if you knew that there were children coming in after a certain hour, why the hell didn't you say anything until right now?
Coward.
All these people, I knew he was crazy. So you guilty. I told you everybody guilty. You're guilty. Get that shit straight. I don't care who it is that's saying, I left at 1 o'clock in the morning. Because why? Because why? You covered your ass. This is not just one problem. This is decades worth of an issue. You know that, right? Decades. He's one of millions. The party's just been going for forever, and everybody just got there. Hello. And thank you for those who are like, I've been sitting with you this whole time and I believe you. Thank you. You have no idea how much y'all mean to us. There ain't no money there's no price that anybody could put on that to say unconditionally, I believed you since the beginning. Thank you. Because that shit has been my whole entire life. That's all. I don't need any money. I want to go to school. I really want to go to school. It's not even about graduating. It's about the fact that it's the principle of the thing. I can say I did it because all my life I've been illiterate and I've just been a sex slave and I can do all that. No, I could go to school. I could be a grown-ass woman and I am a woman of my word. I'm a choreographer and I love kids even though I can't have kids. So if you have met me in this time, I thank you for spending the time that you have with me. Because now that you see all this stuff on Twitter and now that you see all this stuff on social media, you've met the real me.
And shout out to Allie Carter. I'm gonna pull up the video, guys. I only have about 5 more minutes. I have to start work at 8:30, y'all. Ugh. Well, thank God I have a job. Let me not say that. Let me be grateful I have a job. I'm gonna pull up this video of Tanea real quick. I'm gonna try to fast forward to the part where she said that she saw. So we have Allie Carter saying that there were children, not only children. She said they were doing stuff with minors. I told y'all about that blind item on Lipstick Alley that one of my subscribers sent me, and people can say, oh, those are not reliable sources, but let's remember, Lipstick Alley was talking about the freak offs and Diddy putting his hands on Cassie and Kim Porter. Lipstick Alley was reporting on that way back in 2010 and 2009. And there was a blind item in there where a woman said that Diddy tried to force her and her friends into having a seance. So we know they deal in the occult. We won't forget about Larry Johnson, Jay-Z's best friend, who said that they were at a party. It was close to midnight. All of a sudden, children came in the room. For those of y'all who don't know who Larry Johnson is, he was an NBA player. He used to be Jay-Z's best friend. They shared an apartment together. I brought that video footage up on my channel too. He said these children came in. It was late at night. Beyonce was a little drunk, and she asked one of the children, "This is sexy, isn't it?" Okay, some of y'all might get mad because y'all know that Beyonce is your fave. I don't care.
Keep talking about I'm supposed to meet this producer, but we're not talking about a friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they said my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling, but we tripping out looking at everybody.
This is Tanea on Soft White Underbelly. Okay, so I skipped the first part. Basically, she knew a prince. She knew like this Arab prince who took her to go meet Diddy. They went to a Diddy party.
Like they off everything smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say. So that we can see and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like, girl, do you see him? She's like, yes. But mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious, like, I'm the king of the world, jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit. But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh yeah, you're the one that, I seen was telling me about the prince. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like your life is not going to be the same. Da 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 da.
We saw that this was a tactic that he used. Butter these women up, gas these women up, tell them their life is going to change. All these games and tactics. But this is a real deal woman of the evening, woman of the street. So she wasn't going for any of that. This was not a woman that was green. I'm sorry. Larry Johnson was an NFL player. And yes, Jamal, it is weird for two grown men. Maybe that's like, well, here in Colombia, it's common to see that because they live together to split the rent. But two grown men of means living together, it is very weird.
Started talking about going to
Thank you.
Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with
Alexis.
us? I'm like, what? And
thank you, Alexis.
That's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me like, go in that house. I'm like, okay. And then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever. And he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to be in the middle of there, whatever. So that's what made me go into the house because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I told my friend, like, wait right here, girl. Let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about. Walk up in there. I don't judge people because at the time I was just smoking weed. But when people are out of their mind and when people, what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay?
This is where she's going to talk about the fact that there were children at these Diddy's parties.
We're not going to say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why would they be at this party at 7:00 in the morning with grown people? Like why would they be here? So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, But then when I'm looking in this corner, this person laid out, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Then I'm seeing like Instagram models or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey. So I'm kind of getting distracted, feeling like kind of comfortable. Like, she's here. Oh my gosh, she's here. And then I see P. Diddy, walking through the house, like with his eyes on me. Like, like, is this, you see, like, are you agreeing with this? And I don't. Now, mind you, I still got my friend out there. So I walked out of the house and I'm telling her, like, oh my God, bitch. Like, this is, oh my God, she like for real? But I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. Like, oh, well, like, this nigga's weird. Like, so I'm really looking at the situation like, I don't even want to be involved in this type of stuff because once I see something.
So to make a long story short, she left, but what she saw was so bad that she's tiptoeing around her words because she's like, I don't want to self-incriminate, right? Because at the end of the day, she's saying children were at these P. Diddy parties. And if y'all think the feds don't know that, if y'all think that they didn't see some of this stuff on tape or on camera, if y'all didn't think that there were bigger charges that they could have brought up against P. Diddy, but for whatever reason, they chose not to. They focused on the whole Cassie situation, which again, he should absolutely go to jail for what he did to her. But that whole trial was a sham and an excuse to get those tapes, in my opinion. Because they will talk about the stuff that happens to the adults, but they don't want to talk about all these people who are involved in these child sex trafficking rings across the United States. And like she was saying, a lot of the people that were there were social media influencers. These are probably girls and celebrities that y'all like their pictures and look at their posts and are like, oh my gosh, it's so inspirational every single day. And they're at these Diddy parties, at these big orgies, freaking off with children present. She's not the only one to say it. People didn't believe her at first. People said Allie Carter was crazy. People just completely ignored Larry Johnson when he talked about the situation that happened with Beyonce and how those children were paraded in at a party at midnight. Those tats are fire. Yeah. So my whole thing is I'm circling this back because y'all might be like, well, what does this have to do with Donald Trump and Epstein and all that? The feds put on a show to perform a trick for the elite. Just my opinion. These MFs are gross. Yes. And I'm gonna circle this back and I'm gonna bring this back to this. Though I agree with Donald Trump's domestic policy, he has done things that make absolutely no sense when it comes to dealing with that Israel and Iran situation. And now, him, Pam Bondi, and Cash Patel are acting like this is a super matter of suicide. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going for it. And I'm going to keep my foot on his neck. We might not ever get the truth. I'm going to do my part. And for those of y'all who get upset because I'm supposed to be a yes man and go along with everything Donald Trump says, I do not care. Your integrity is not measured in your ability to call out your enemies. Your integrity is measured in your ability to call out your friends. So that's me. That's who I am. That's who I've always been. I'm not going to change for nobody. I want to be successful on YouTube. I appreciate all my subscribers. But if I have to lie to keep you here, then you might as well do what you got to do now. Rather you stay, but if you got to go, I understand because I'm not changing me. Yep, I said the same thing. I wonder if you will ever find out the truth. I don't know, but we got to try. With that said, guys, I got to get off of here because I got to go to work. Thank y'all for showing up. Please hit the like button on your way out. Show my video if you care. I'll see y'all next time. Share my video if you care. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.